What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So nice to be on location doing a show today. But if you're listening to us, it's a different story. Today, we're talking about a marriage of two countries. Let's go. You know, it's been a while since I've actually had human interaction because of the pandemic, because, nobody dares to go out and stuff like that. But today, I am actually very, very happy because my guests have actually decided to agree to come on location, on set, in an undisclosed location to have a chat with me. But today's conversation is going to be quite interesting because we've got two very unique individuals and they come from two completely different countries, but they're here right now. They are celebrated by marriage. And yes, they are married. But before we go on further, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give a big warm welcome on the show. We have Maggie Boy and Kakak Korea.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. How are you guys?
Good.
Yeah. Straight off the bat, I have to ask this question. I understand Kakak Korea because, if you basically translate it in English, it's like, Korean sister.
Yeah.
But Maggie Boy, though. I mean, did Maggie pay you to name yourself Maggie Boy?
I wish because when we were shooting one of the videos, I was saying something like, oh, I really like to eat Maggie and I'm like the master of Maggie. So you can call me Maggie Boy, And then everyone just stuck with it and just started calling me Maggie Boy. And I'm like, hey, wait, don't call me Maggie Boy because I'm not really Maggie Boy.
Yeah.
And then it just stuck until now,
It's always, it always happens like that, because just like me, my nickname is Ginny Boy, right?
Yeah.
People think that I chose the name, but I didn't choose the name.
Yeah.
So I was working for a radio about 8 years ago. Oh, I'm giving away my age now. I'm young, okay?
Top secret.
And top secret, yeah. But because I was the newest member of the radio station, so I was counted as young. So my name is Jin, right? So they kept calling me, hey, Ginny boy, and stuff like that. I was like, stop calling me that. It's so I don't want to be I feel like a kid and stuff like that. It's so childish and stuff. But somehow it just stuck. So
until now. Right?
Yeah, so for some reason, the nicknames that you always end up with was not the nickname that you choose.
Yeah.
You would choose some super cool name. I'm like, oh, I am like this guy, but nobody. Okay, but Maggie Boy, that's funny.
That's you.
But okay, so Maggie Boy, that's how you got your name.
Yeah.
Could you, for the benefit of our listeners and our viewers watching right now, could you please introduce yourself? We already know your nickname, but what do you do?
Okay. I'm actually a digital marketer by trade. So
oh, wow.
Yeah, I do a lot of digital marketing stuff like that. I actually work for a drone tech company. So now,
oh, wow.
Yeah, industrial drones is like the future, So I really like doing that kind of stuff. Other than that, I like fishing, I like paintball, I build Gundams and a bunch of different things that I like to spend my money on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a huge nerd at heart. Yeah, so
and for some reason, you do content on online as well.
I used to be sort of a budding DJ and producer kind of thing.
Yep.
But then after the pandemic, I just shifted focus to the real things that mattered to me.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. That's a good thing. A lot of people tend to always find themselves during the pandemic. When they're stripped of everything and they have to kind of reinvent and relook.
You look in the mirror and you're like, who are you really?
Yeah. Okay. And we have here your lovely wife. All right. Her name is Kakak Korea.
Yes.
Yes. Could you please tell us, all about you?
Me?
Yes.
Oh. Hi, I'm a Korean YouTuber in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How long? Okay, just out of curiosity, how long have you been in Malaysia?
It's been 5 years, I think.
5 years.
Yeah.
How do you like it?
Good. So far, so good.
All right, Malaysian citizen. Oh yeah, okay. You met your husband here. Of course, you have to say it's good because you met your husband here. How did you both meet each other though?
Actually, he used to be DJ, right?
Yes.
And I have my close DJ friend.
Yep.
He is Korean, and then he introduced us.
I
That's
see.
how we met. Yeah.
So actually, I played on It's the Ship. So he was playing on It's the Ship as well.
Right.
So we met up and then he was like, hey, I'm coming to KL.
And how long was this ago?
2018.
2018.
Yeah.
That was like three plus ish.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he came in November, I think, and then
Yeah.
it was a few days, I think a week after it's a ship. So it was like the connection's still fresh, right? And then he came over and he said like, "Hey, my friend's here," and then ta-da.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then when the moment he saw me, he met me,
Mm-hmm.
and he said like, "Hey, we should hang out sometime."
Wow, what a pickup line, man. Wow. Wow. That's the best pickup line ever.
It's straightforward, right?
It's so
just
straightforward.
Yeah.
There is no like, oh, talk to you on Facebook first, then after that
Yeah.
upgrade to
No.
WhatsApp.
Yeah,
then after
no.
upgrade to a phone call. This is straight up. Hey, we should hang out sometime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're in KL. I'm like, you
Yeah.
want to hang out sometime? Like, and she's like, hey, yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. So Kakak Korea, you're a content creator. You make stuff on YouTube. I mean,
Yeah.
you came to Malaysia 5 years ago. So before this, obviously you were in Korea. So what made you decide to kind of like shift to Malaysia and kind of like build your career over here in this country? Because to be honest, to decide to leave a country to
Yeah.
go to another place that is completely like clueless is quite scary,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So what made you do that?
Actually, I used to work for AirAsia before pandemic. So I came here is just because I had a job.
Right.
Before that, I never been to Malaysia. I didn't really have idea, about Malaysia. But after I came here, I worked for AirAsia like for 4 years or something.
Right.
The pandemic happened.
Oh.
So yeah, like I would say
You decided to stay here for the time being because your boyfriend was here and now your husband.
yeah. And after pandemic, like they let me go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the AirAsia.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that's how I start YouTube and all.
And did you expect to make a career out of YouTube though?
No, that's why I picked the name Kakak Korea because I got no idea. I just pick it, It sounds fun. That's
Yeah.
it. But now I kind of regret. But yeah.
But you know what? Here's a quick question. Do everybody you meet right now, when you tell them you're Korean, do they go, oh yeah, I just watched Squid Game? Do they do that?
Yeah.
They do, right?
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden Korea equals to Squid Game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think like the first time I watched a Korean drama, I was like about 6-7 years old. It was in RTM, like 7 o'clock.
Oh, man.
Drama
Yeah,
7 p.m.
yeah,
And
yeah.
after that, there's this show called Autumn in My Heart. I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Autumn in my heart.
Probably not because you guys are young. Again,
I think the Korean title and English title is different. Maybe that's why. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Yeah.
There's one more. I think it's like I can't remember.
Stairway to Heaven.
Maybe there's this guy called.
Yeah. That's very old series though.
A lot. I mean, like a lot. I can't remember. There was one my mom was watching. I can't remember the name, but there was this guy. I think his actor was Bae Young Jin or something
Oh
like that.
yeah, that's 겨울 연가, Winter Sonata.
Yes!
Winter Sonata.
Winter Sonata was the one that basically
Yeah.
changed it all for Korea. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, I'm like, hey, I want to go to Korea. But I never got to go to Korea. Actually, I've been to Korea twice. But I think like out of the twice I've been there, twice is for work. The first time I was there, I was only there for like I was there for 3 days. The second time I was there for only like 48 to 56 hours.
Oh man.
Yeah, and the first time I went there was I think for Marvel. They were having the Avengers event, and the second time I went there, I went to Pyeongchang.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Olympic.
Yeah, the Winter Olympics to run the torch, and then it's a funny story because I think in February it's winter, right? So I landed in Korea. And I got into the van and they drove out, and on my left and my right it was snow, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my god, I've never seen snow before.
That's exactly like me because I told her until now I've never seen snow.
You've never seen
Yeah.
snow?
No.
You've never been to Korea?
I went, but during I think autumn.
Autumn.
And he
fall,
been
I
only
think fall.
once.
Once?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went once.
Dude, you gotta keep up, man. I mean, like, you're married to a Korean, you've been once. I've been there twice, dude.
Yeah.
And for me, it was such a beautiful sight. Although it was completely white. And I remember very, very clearly, we went for dinner. I can't remember where. But then all of a sudden, they gave us a lot of these things. Like in Korea, they have this heat packs
Yeah.
where you
Yeah.
start shaking it and suddenly it
Yeah.
becomes hot. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, this is Korean innovation.
Korean technology.
Korean technology. And then I went to this restaurant and then I came out and then I took off my gloves. And then I started saying, hey, look, my hands are turning purple. And then we have a bunch of Korean guys and, hey, I can't remember what they're saying, but something on the lines of, Kachan!
Yeah.
And then they came and they wrapped my hands and they said, no, don't do that. Frostbite. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what I mean. Right?
yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, cat turning to purple?
Yeah.
Sounds so dangerous.
It is, but I thought it was funny. So then they were like, no, it's not funny, okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna
Then-
chop your fingers off.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So I think it was -10 when I arrived.
Yeah.
And I've never experienced -10 before.
No, when you open the fridge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Very cold. Lah.
You open the freezer, put your head in there, like, yes.
Oh, this one winter Malaysia.
Yeah. But okay, so like I just want to ask this, like, because this is like I've never ever had like guests on the show that are from two nationalities. So you're from Korea and Maggie boy, you're from the name itself tells like,
From
this is-
PJ.
yeah, from PJ, Malaysian and stuff like that. So like when you started dating in the beginning, I mean, like, are there similarities between? Was there a lot of questions that you ask each other about each other's cultures? Because like, correct me if I'm wrong, the dating culture in Korea, it's a little bit different, and the dating culture in Malaysia is completely different. Because over here it's like there's a lot of, because we have so many different cultures, right? We have
Yeah,
Malay,
yeah.
Chinese, Indian, everything. Like, so like, there's so many
They're all
ways,
different, yeah.
and they're all different. The way they all go at each other is like really, really different. So it's like, what are the main differences between dating in Korea and dating in Malaysia? Can you share that with me?
The one thing I really shocked is whenever he goes to meet his friend, right?
Yep.
He always bring me.
Oh, you mean in Korea you don't do that?
No.
Apparently, it's not a thing. It's not a
No.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What if I don't like his friends?
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I have to be the friend with his friend.
Okay.
But in Korea, like we are all like separate.
Oh.
So
Okay.
because when we started dating, I was like, oh, I can't wait to meet your friends, because I can have like more like, so what do you call it? Like, oh, I can call a dude Hyung or something like
Yeah.
big brother or something like that. And she said like, no, you probably like don't mix around with her
Yeah.
friends. And I was like, why? 'Cause
Oh,
over
really?
here it's like normal, right?
Yeah, over here in Malaysia, it's like when we know you have a girlfriend, the
Yeah.
first thing you have to get past is the friends.
Friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the first line of defense.
Yeah, if it's either, okay, it doesn't matter whether you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, if you have a girlfriend, you bring your girlfriend to meet your bunch of friends, and all of them start judging. I mean, and if you have a boyfriend, you bring it to meet all of your girlfriends, and all your girlfriends start judging.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he's
Yeah.
quite good lah. He's very nice lah.
Yeah.
They go through like,
Yeah.
if you have 7 friends, 7 different tests.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's very. Is there a reason why in the Korean culture you don't really hang out with friends? Is it because you prefer to when it's like dating with the couples, you prefer that alone time, and when you're hanging out with your friends, you just prefer to hang out with your friends?
We just prefer to hang out with our friends,
Right.
own friend, and also like, what if they don't like me?
Oh,
We cannot be friends.
I see.
Everyone cannot. It's not everyone can love me.
Oh, I
right?
see.
So I think we more like person.
Oh, more private.
Individual
Yes,
kind of
individual.
Individual.
kind of
Individual.
thing, yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
Because
So-
like when we started dating, I was just like inviting her to all my friends, and I was like, and over at that table, it was my friend and his girlfriend, and then another friend with the boyfriend and stuff like that. So it's all like a couple hangout kind of thing, because
Yeah.
everybody just has girlfriends and boyfriends, right?
And then that
she was
time-
like, why am I here?
And then that time I I dress up, because I want to give nice impression. But they don't even dress up.
Because we were going out to like a local
For
place,
them, For them, it's just normal. Like, you're our friend also,
Yeah, I
But-
know. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned this because when I studied in Australia, I had a friend, right, who's Malaysian lah, but his mom was Korean. And every month, without fail, the mom would groom him, pluck his eyebrows, do facial, really like do his hair properly.
Oh, okay.
Because he told me that, in Korean culture, it is very disrespectful if you do not dress up for the other person.
For introducing and stuff.
Yeah. Especially when you want to meet somebody new, you
Yeah.
have to dress properly and look your best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if
Yeah.
you don't do it, it's like it's not good. Yeah. In Malaysia, the first time I meet my friends, I'm in my boxers, bro. It's like sometimes I'm topless too. I open the door. Yeah, what's up? Hi, hold on. And then I close the door, go up, put on a t-shirt, come back down. Sorry, that's your girlfriend, is it? Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's very rude.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
in
So
Korea.
I was a bit concerned when I met her mom in Korea, because like one of my pants actually had a hole in it, and I was like, it's okay lah, because of my underwear. as black. My pants is black, so it's fine, right? You can't see it. And she's like, no, you can't. So we went to one of the shops and bought me a new pair of pants. And I was like,
one.
okay, fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Were you being very extra cautious, or do you think your mom would have noticed that like little hole patch in his pants?
No, actually not. I think she would probably not care, but it's just,
Yes.
first impression is very important.
Oh, wow.
If he wear that kind of pants, like, I don't want to think that he is like, like something like homeless or...
Yeah, but then like if he's homeless, like Kanye West is completely homeless.
yeah, that's true.
Because Kanye
Like
West.
all the holes in it.
Oh, that's very interesting. But okay, so like, I know, like in Malaysia, like cross cultural relationships is kind of normal.
Yeah.
I think it's actually quite
Very,
common lah,
very.
right?
Very common.
If I were, I mean, I don't have a wife who is of a different culture or Korean, but if my friends had a Korean girlfriend and we were like, oh, okay, and that's about it, and then we basically get used to it, like really,
you just like,
yeah.
it's not a big deal.
But like, in Malaysia, we're very accepting. I think like even if it's Malay, Chinese or Indian, I mean, if it's in an interracial relationship, I think we're all very used to it.
Yeah.
But in Korea, is it common or is it like, a little bit different? How does that happen?
It's not really common.
Okay.
Because like Korea doesn't have like other nationalities. We have only one blood. How to say?
One race.
One race.
One blood.
One blood.
One blood.
Sometimes when she talks, right, I understand her completely.
Yeah.
But I
Oh.
need to that's what she means.
Okay.
It's my dictionary.
Oh,
So it's not really common. So
Okay.
like for example, if we go to Korea, everyone will looking at us.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, were you very conscious about it? But or after a while, you were just used to it.
Because we've been to Korea only one time,
Okay.
so like I didn't really feel that kind of thing. I didn't face it actually. I haven't faced it, but like we are staying in Malaysia, and in Malaysia is quite normal. So like so far so good for us for now. Yeah.
Wow, nice. So, all right, you've been in Malaysia for about like 5 years. Okay, so I mean, like, I've been to Korea once or twice, and I loved it there. I can't remember. There's this one place I went to, and there was this lunchbox. I'm not sure what you call lunchbox in Korean. Is it totsara or?
도시락.
Yes.
Yes.
So you basically put all your stuff in there, and then you close it and you shake it.
Oh, that's like old style, right?
Yes,
yeah,
old style.
traditional one, classic one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember where I went to, but like the street food over there was just amazing, and I missed that until the day I came back to Malaysia. I could not find it anywhere,
Oh,
unless of course you know where I can find it.
That's a business idea.
Yeah, that's a business idea, but that's interesting. It was a Korean barbecue place, and it
yeah.
was next to the street. It's like as if they put like those plastic shades to cover it.
Oh, it's a pocha.
Yeah.
I've never been there though.
You've never been there?
Yeah.
You are better than us.
Yeah, because like I had a friend in Korea, and she's like, "Oh, you have to come here," and
Yeah.
And she introduced me to that lunchbox, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I took it up and I started eating one. No,
Yeah,
no,
one
no.
by one, right?
Yeah, one by one.
Yeah,
She's like, she closed it and she
mix.
shaked it. I'm like, oh, okay. And then after that, I opened it up. I was like, okay, this is like nasi goreng.
Campur.
Yeah, it's like-
Campur.
Just shake it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's campur.
Yeah, champur. And then after that, I ate it. I was like, oh, this tastes good. So, okay. So, what's the difference between Korean, food and I have to ask you this. So sorry, I'm being very biased. Okay, Korean food or Malaysian food?
Oh, that's
Wow.
very difficult question.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I'm Korean, so. But I love Malaysian food.
It's what about you, Maggie boy?
I don't know actually, because I really like Korean food as well.
You do?
Yeah, but I'm one of those rare 1% Malaysians who don't really eat nasi lemak.
Oh my
So
God!
I'm-
Get out of this country!
Yeah. I think this part cut. Later,
that's
people will take you.
Oh my God! It's like okay, so like Korean food has I think Malaysian food has a lot of variety, but for me, I grew up loving Korean food, but it was a little bit expensive. Like when I was a student, it was very
Yeah.
expensive. I went to Seoul, and the street food was amazing. What are the top 5 street foods or top foods that you would basically introduce to a Malaysian as a starter kit? Like, what are the few main things that they should start first?
I recommend the first thing is tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki, yes.
Yeah, tteokbokki is rice cake.
Mm-hmm.
It's spicy. I know Malaysian love spicy, so I think Malaysian will love it.
I think that I had this in a Korean restaurant. It's called I'm not sure what it was, but it was raw beef. It was beef.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my
so good.
favorite.
That's my
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And like for me is I know that when I went there, I tried they are I can't remember. Okay, bulgogi obviously is really popular. There's tteokbokki, and then there's that raw beef thing.
Hoppang.
Yeah. Hoppang.
Hoppang is good.
Pao.
Pao is like
Pao.
Korean pao. It's
Korean
called hoppang.
version of
Oh,
pao.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And then the fish.
What?
The fish shaped bread that
Oh, bungeoppang.
bungeoppang.
Yeah, it's for winter.
Oh,
It's hot. The what? So Malaysian. Red bean paste is inside.
Yeah.
right. So okay, when now this brings me to the curious part. Okay, Maggie boy, you met her almost 5 years. Was it 3 years ago? Okay, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When you first, how much Korean do you know right now in terms of language?
Wow, I actually know a lot more now because I'm actually taking classes.
Oh,
So every Saturday 2 to 4, I actually have basic Korean classes.
do you guys converse in Korean now, or
Only the annoying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the annoying stuff. I'll
Yeah.
just say like mul, which is water.
yeah, mul? I know mul. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like how do you say please? Mul juseyo.
Juseyo, yeah.
You're actually quite good.
So like I went to. So it's so sad I'm gonna say this. I went to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
And they brought me to K-Town.
Yeah.
And that's where I got to experience like super amazing Korean
Korean
food.
food.
Yeah. And then that's where they told me that, in Korea it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then when I went to Korea, the same friend brought me to restaurants, and then they were like saying Tokyo. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, excuse me. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And then they were teaching. I was asking them, I want water. Then they were asking, can you teach me how to order that? 물 주세요. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's about it. And then I think like me and my wife, we love Korean drama so much that sometimes I kind of pick up like one-liners just to make fun of my wife. So I'll be like, no, what? 너무 보고 싶지요.
너무 보고 싶어요.
너무 보고 싶어요.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
I miss you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Yes, I remember when I went to Korea, I started sending those voice notes to my wife just to be romantic.
Yeah, like oppa.
A lot of words that I know, unfortunately, I can't say it out here. So
Okay.
that's the first
Yeah.
basic step.
So basically, you learn the bad words first, lah.
all the
Yeah.
bad words I know already.
Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, you went to Korea on the first time. The first time you went to Korea.
yeah.
When was that?
That was in August. Actually, went during Merdeka weekend.
Okay.
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
2019.
2019.
What were the places you brought him in? Which were the places you visited? I mean, I'm sure you brought. How long were you there for?
Like almost, I think 2 weeks, 10 days plus.
10 days plus.
Really?
It was 10 days. Yeah.
Oh. I
So where
don't
did you
remember.
where did you bring him?
Ooh, actually, the whole trip centered around EDC. We went to EDC. That was like the main thing, and then we went to Itaewon. We went to
Namsan Tower.
Namsan Tower,
Yeah.
and then we went to Dongdaemun as well.
Yeah. All
Myeongdong.
the tourist
Yeah.
spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we went to Changdeokgung, so the palace.
Palace.
Oh, I went to the palace.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god.
yeah, I went to the palace, but I only spent like half an hour because I was in a rush.
Oh.
So it's like go in there, selfie, hi, bye.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But I believe there's like you can actually dress up as.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so we did.
Oh, you guys
Yeah.
did that?
Traditional
Yeah.
clothes, right?
Yeah.
Hanbok.
Oh, hanbok, yes.
The place is huge though. Like all of the palaces, the compounds are really big.
Yeah, it's so sad because I like Korea a lot in terms of like everything, the food, the films and stuff like that, and the culture. But I've never been able to really take time off to go there and really explore.
Yeah.
I mean, like 4 years ago, man, was the last time I was there. But like this, like, a lot of people start. Have you been to Jeju Island?
Me, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, how is it there? Because a lot of my friends tend to always go to talk about Jeju Island, and it's like, is it safe to say that it's something like Hawaii?
Oh, I don't want to compare to
Okay.
Hawaii. Yeah. But the Jeju is the only place have the emerald beach.
Oh,
The color is like a Brentian.
oh,
Mm.
the colors I heard that means it's really, really blue.
Really? Isn't it emerald?
Emerald blue, turquoise.
Emerald turquoise.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not blue lah. Okay, it's like teal.
Oh yeah.
Teal. Tiffany blue, you know.
Oh, Tiffany blue. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jeju, the water is very clear, and then the food is amazing. It's different. Some food you cannot find in Seoul.
Oh,
Only in Jeju.
really?
Yeah, like horse meat.
Horse.
Yeah, that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like in Australia, you got like
Kangaroo meat. Yeah.
So they got,
Yeah.
like,
I think in Malaysian Korean restaurant. Can you say that it is the ultimate Korean experience, or it's just like a little bit only? Because it's very little bit, right?
Little bit.
Yeah.
Because like when I met her, I actually didn't eat kimchi at all, and I actually didn't really like Korean food. But after she took me to all the good places, and then when like I tried Korean food in Korea, it was like whoa.
Yeah,
next
it's really
level.
different, especially
Yeah, very different.
the beef.
Yeah.
I can't remember what do you call beef in Korean again?
Sogogi?
Sugoki.
Yes. Okay, I can't pronounce that. Never mind. I don't want to butcher the name. But like I remember, I remember like eating beef here, and I was just used to it, you know. And all of a sudden, I went to Korea and I
Yeah.
ate the beef there, and I'm like, oh, this
So
is
good.
very different. You know, in Malaysia, right? We always dip it with sauce.
Yeah.
Over there, I remember very clearly. I was in a restaurant and they cook it for you, and I was like looking at my table, and there was no sauce.
What's the chili potong?
Yeah. And then I was like, excuse me, do you have sauce? He looks at me one kind. What? No. And I'm like, then I'm just very curious, how do you eat? He's like, you like that, just eat. And, you know, if you put anything else on it, apparently it's not good. So
Really?
I tried it, and I'm like, oh wow, this actually is good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which restaurant is it? I've never been that kind of place. Usually they give sauce.
Really, I can't remember. I'm trying to find out because like
Yeah.
it's been like 4 years since I've been there, and I'm like, I would love to go back there lah. Like this time for a really really like proper holiday with my wife and my
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So like, what are the common holiday spots do Koreans go to, or would you bring Maggie Boy for the holidays and stuff like that?
These days in Korea, like camping, or how to say in Korea we call it like 차박,
Chapak.
which is we go to we bring our car, and then we sleep in the car
Oh.
in the camping spot.
I see.
Yeah,
It's like car camping.
yeah, okay.
Is it like
That's better.
is it like the caravan camping?
No, I think you showed
No.
me a picture before.
Yeah,
you
it's just normal car.
Yeah, roll down the.
And then
not roll down.
yeah,
what do you call it?
we make it as a
Yeah, you put down the seats and it's like a bed or whatever.
that's trend.
Oh really?
So I want to do with him.
It's a very Pinteresty kind of thing when you hang the fairy lights
Yeah.
in the car.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this up. If you got my V, you can do it lah. You can like put down the seats, right?
But okay, so is there a difference between the nightlife in Malaysia and also in Korea as well?
I think it's much more livelier in Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from my experience, it's much more livelier. And everyone, like, we went to, I think, Seoul Tower, right? And
Yeah.
N Tower, is it
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
Yeah, we went to N Tower and everyone was there. And we were like, wow, if you go to KL Tower, not many people are there at night because you tend to view it from far. Right?
Yeah.
But if you're at Seoul Tower, N Tower, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're looking up, you're like,
Yeah.
the tower is really tall up here, you know?
And we like to see the night view. Yeah, that's why we go to the tower.
Yeah.
Is the food there like 24 hours like Malaysia?
Oh, you the food in general?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, no wonder lah. You can you get used to Korea.
Yeah, but the night market there is really good. We went to Gwangjang
Yeah.
Market. It
Yeah.
was top notch, man. The food there was so
Yeah.
good.
Ah,
Yeah.
you're making me miss Korea already lah. Oh man. So like okay, I mean, like I know now we are basically caught in between the pandemic and the
Yeah.
borders are not open. I think Korea's border is still open, right?
She's
Yeah.
going back early next year.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
Depending on my leave days.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I don't,
boss, if you're listening to this, please.
But back to both of your relationships, though. I mean, like, dating someone from another country, and then all of a sudden, like, pulling out the big question to get married and stuff. Okay, I have to ask this stuff. So sorry. How did he propose to you?
oh, actually, he recently proposed me.
Yeah. Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
It was-
after
it was,
1 year.
What?
Wait.
In our house.
Let me explain.
He proposed in our house, not even outside.
Oh.
Okay, wait, let me
Ching,
explain. At that point of time, it was a very hectic moment because she just lost her job.
Yep.
And then we were already planning to get married this year. So
Right.
I was planning to propose to her this year.
Right.
But looking at the situation and what's going on, and the borders are closed, open, whatever, and she just started, and she was doing quite well with her YouTube already. So if she left and she didn't have her number one minion, which was me, to help her out, then it might put everything on pause. Then if that is on pause and she needs to get a new job, it's a very big chain reaction.
Right.
So I told her, why don't we just get married now and you just expedite the whole thing, and then we have a wedding later when
everything was better.
Yeah, when everything's better. So we actually just low-key got married. And
I see.
Yeah. Actually, we list down
why
pros
and cons.
we should marry.
We should have kept that list, right? And framed
You
it
should
up.
frame it
Yeah,
up.
we should frame it up.
This is our first time revealing.
Yeah,
Talking
this.
about it.
Yeah.
I never mentioned in my channel also.
Oh wow. I should be privileged. Congratulations. Would you like me to be the ceremonial guy? We are gathered here today to celebrate the love of Maggie Boy and Kakak Korea. Okay. But you were dating for you've been dating for almost 3 years. What were some of the I'm sure that with every relationship came a little bit of like difficulties initially. Were there any difficulties with regard to like dating someone who is of a different culture, and her first language is different from yours, Maggie Boy? I mean, like, I would love to know your thoughts on this.
I think living in KL and like PJ and stuff like that, you meet a lot of urban people, right?
Yeah.
So they, go to tailors or whatsoever, right? So they tend to have this mindset where it's like, I don't mind if you can't pay for dinner as long as we can split and we can enjoy and have a good time, right? That was me back then. I was like, let's just split, But when she explained to me the entire Korean culture of like, no, it's not even the first date, like, the entire length of the relationship the guy provides. And I was like, okay, this is a bit like different for me because I just started my first job. And my salary is like, I got credit cards to pay for and stuff like that, So I'm like, okay, this was our biggest challenge in the beginning. But after a while, we slowly ironed it out. And then, it's a bit very, very different. Yeah.
Actually, I don't mind pay, I'm not like, you have to pay everything. I must pay. I'm not like that. If the guy pays something, I pay another thing, or I give gift. That's me. But in the beginning, I was the one pay like almost everything because obviously my salary was like much higher than him.
She got the stewardess salary.
Yeah. But then I'm like, dude, this is my first time. Doing it. So that was a bit tricky. I don't know, it's because of culture or just him.
I see.
Yeah.
I won't lie though. When I first dated my wife, I was earning way less than my wife. And sometimes it gets a little bit it gets a little bit like embarrassing.
It is,
right? It is from a guy's perspective because
Really?
yeah,
it is.
Seems like he doesn't have like.
Oh man, we're uncovering dirt right now. Actually, it's funny that we're talking about this right now. So like when my wife was actually earning more than me, I always found it very embarrassing to go out for dinner and not. I found it even more embarrassing that I could not pay. So for me, it was like, I remember like before going on every date, I would like check my bank account balance and kind of like figure out, okay, with this rough balance, here are the list of nice places we can go to. So let's give her an option and hope she chooses all three or one of the few options, and hope that she doesn't choose another place that is really expensive. But my wife, I think in every relationship, correct me if I'm wrong, once you start communicating and understand, because that's where I kind of came out and I told my wife, you know what, maybe that's not here lah. I was doing freelance jobs and I said, I was trying very hard to not say that I'm embarrassed that she's earning more than me. But I said it like, I have a few freelance jobs who haven't really paid me yet. So maybe.
That's why he said.
Oh really? Dude, you and I, dude. You and I.
I was like, go on.
So it's a Malaysian thing.
Yeah. And I think once I told her that, like, I have a few jobs who pay me maybe next month, then maybe we can go for a nice holiday, and I think that's where she understood. It's like, okay, what? I'm sorry if I put you in that position.
Yeah.
And then I think ever since then, it's like whenever we could split the bill, we would split the bill.
Yeah.
Whenever, like, if I got my payment and I say, hey, we can go for something nice, and if I initiate it, then I would go. We would have something nice.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, then our relationship grew beyond beyond money and beyond flashy things. It grew into some sort of like a initiation.
Yeah.
And it's more into experience also. Like you want to because like you already got paid or something like that, you want to enjoy it with the person you love,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like sort of like a celebration or reward after all the hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you don't kind of think about the money, but you think about, hey, you know, I've worked so hard. I want to treat you instead. It's no
Alright.
longer like, hey, like split or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So like, this is so going back to how you mentioned that, you know, you were a bit surprised. Like in Korea, like when the guys would date the girl, Korean guys, are they always the ones providing and spoiling the girls?
I'm not saying they always do that. It really depends on the person. But
Okay.
usually, I think guys pay for like dinner. The girls pay for the coffee. I
Oh.
think that's a thing. Yeah.
I see. I hear that like I'm not sure whether this is true, but girls always like expect the boys to make the first move, or
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it?
Very traditional and old way.
Oh, okay.
And I'm very traditional person.
In Malaysia, girls make the first move too, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so shy.
No, there's nothing to be shy about. You know, it's always good to be traditional because that's the fairy tale way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say ideal, but it's, you know, it's like a dream come true kind of thing, right?
So wait, okay, so did he make the first move?
Yeah.
He did lah.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we should hang out was his
Yeah.
first move.
Yeah. I was literally like across the table. I was like, you're free, I'm free. Hang out? You want to hang out?
Okay. Were you a bit nervous like dating someone who wasn't your culture in the beginning?
In Malaysia, like if you date a person from a different culture, usually it's either from the three main ones, Malay, Indian or Chinese,
Yeah.
right? And then occasionally it's like East Malaysia,
Yeah.
like Bonian or Sabahan or Sarawakian, right?
Yep.
But this was something totally different,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, are there like a lot of cultural things that I'm supposed to know before I sit at the table? How do I pour the drink to you? Like, is it okay if I like bite this piece of meat with my mouth? Or I was so concerned. Yeah, and during the first date, I was top notch, like gentleman. Like I was like, should I cross my legs? Should I not cross my legs? I was so worried because I wasn't so sure how she would
Really? I
react.
didn't know that.
Yeah, because he was too handsome. You were looking at his face. You weren't paying attention to anything else. Actually, Malaysians are always very scared on their first date.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't know. Like for me, I think I'm the kind of guy that will always wait for the girl to make the first move because I'm just too scared
Really?
to
Oh
ask
my
the
God.
question. Yeah, serious. Because you know, like me and my wife, right? We'll be talking for so long. You know, it's like we talk on the phone, on Facebook, on MSN. You know, MSN.
Oh
What's
my
MSN
God.
now? Until I think she got fed up. Hey, you want to go for dinner? And I'm like, yes, she asked me out.
Finally, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and it was like going out to the Mamak stalls.
Yeah.
Like at 3 a.m. to have like, you know, roti canai and stuff like that. Does Korea have any stuff like that? Like, you know, like can you go out at 3 a.m. and eat anything you want?
Usually drinks.
Drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you-
Pota, the place you've been.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you can go like very late.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but other than that, I think we don't really have like the place like a Mamak.
Yeah, we were talking about this yesterday, like whether Korea has a lepak culture. Like,
Yeah, do they have the lepak culture?
What is lepa?
You know, yesterday the lady was like, "Oh, we went to Monkiara just to chill, like literally sit at the mall." Imagine like we had dinner at Mama yesterday,
Yeah.
and we just started talking for the next 3 hours.
Why we drink? Korean people drink. Why you have to talk and eat?
Oh,
Drink.
then okay. You know, in Malaysia, the best place for food is Penang, right?
Yeah.
So where in Korea, where is the equivalent of Penang?
Oh, Busan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you have to take a train there? I'm kidding. I had to do that. Busan. I've never been to Busan before.
Yeah, I really want to go to
Busan is like marine city. You know, there's a the beach.
It's a port, right?
Yeah.
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 It's a port.
So basically, the Penang version of Korea is Busan.
Can say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Food is very nice.
A lot of seafood, right?
Yeah, a lot of seafood.
Now, okay. Now this is like have to ask really. What is for us to kind of like grasp an idea on what places to go to? Okay, Busan is like Korea's version of Penang. Have you been to Malacca?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is Korea's version of Malacca?
Malacca is very historical place, right? Korea where?
Aha, the thinking cap is coming out already. Ding, 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 ding. If a Malaysian or anyone were to go to Korea for the first time, the top 5 places that they should visit, what would be in the top 5 of your list?
서울,
Seoul,
부산,
Busan,
제주,
Jeju.
전라도,
Oh.
광주,
전라도.
여수. Ah, very good, the food.
Oh, really?
That's a bit sounds.
Okay. So, can you repeat that? I already know Busan and Seoul. I got lost for the other ones.
부산, 서울,
제주.
제주, 전라도.
Mm-hmm.
전라도 has like 여수, and then 대구.
Oh,
대구 is very near to Busan.
very neat. Okay.
Yeah,
I obviously don't know because I've never been there before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the things I have to keep in mind. Okay. One more thing I need to ask you: Korean fashion versus Malaysian fashion.
Oh, it's very different.
Okay.
Usually for Korean, we dress up literally all the time.
Mhm.
We try to dress up whenever we go out, but Malaysian no. Even in the mall, you guys just wear slipper, like
something comfortable.
pajamas, you know.
Yeah.
But one time I went to Good Vibe Festival. I was shocked. Like Malaysian dress up like
Really
wow,
good.
like a fashion show.
Like,
In Korean
yeah.
is like that.
Not like that.
Yeah, like I was like, where am I? I think there's a different like Malaysian dress up occasionally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But Koreans dress up all the time.
yeah, but it's not like yes.
Okay, that's very interesting. It's yeah, okay. Good Vibe Festival is a bit different lah, because Good Vibe Festival there's a theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. There's a theme, and everybody will always dress up to that theme. And then I think a lot of the bands over there are very indie. Some are underground,
yeah,
and then it
yeah.
attracts a certain kind of audience and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I think most of the time, all these festivals, right, is more of like an excuse for everybody to basically like go all out and dress their best.
Yeah.
Actually, no, because when we went to EDC, everyone quite halal over there. Like a lot of them are a lot wilder and
Really?
half naked.
Oh, really?
But in Korea, it's like they dress up good,
But it's
it's
just
like
normal.
it's like
It's like
normal.
this.
Yeah, it's like this. But they dress up good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Malaysians know when to dress
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yes.
I think Malaysians know how to dress up. It's just they don't do because it's so hard and lazy,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It is hot. Yeah lah, our country is damn hot lah.
Yeah.
We can't be wearing like a full suit or like a jacket.
I mean, we
all the
can. It's
time,
called.
bro.
It's like you can. You do that. You die lah in the
Yeah,
heat.
you die, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
sweating all day.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So, okay. So next time I go to Korea next year, I mean, like, what are you gonna? So are you gonna basically? So you're gonna be stationed here in Malaysia. So this is gonna be your home for the next few years and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next time you're gonna go back to Korea is in January.
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay, January-ish. I wish I can go there and you can be my tour guide lah, to be honest. I think it's okay, when you go to Korea, is it better to actually go with a tour guide or is it better to go with a local?
Definitely
Of course,
local.
local.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely local. Yeah.
All right, okay.
Let's make content.
Yes, of course.
Become work already.
All right, but you know what? I'd like to thank the both of you for basically coming on the show today and then telling us about, your culture. This is cross-cultural marriage and it's actually quite interesting to know that, there are different perceptions of Korea. But it's literally Korea versus Malaysia.
Yeah. literally.
But because you're married to a Malaysian, I have to deem you Malaysian already lah now,
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
choice really. Whatever you say about Korea, okay, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I mean, like, it's like for me, is I don't have that many friends who are like, cross-cultural in relationships. So I
Yeah.
think, to be honest, you guys are actually the first.
Oh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Actually, no, maybe I have a neighbor. Oh, yes. Sorry. I have a neighbor. I have a neighbor who.
Sorry for the neighbor.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Oops. I have a neighbor who actually married a Korean lady. And the best part is every time she cooks, she just sends it to us. It's not,
Yeah.
in our home, right, when we cook normal food, right, it's like nasi goreng, mee goreng, stuff like that. And we're like, we cook Maggi mee.
Yeah.
It's Maggi mee. But when a Korean mom cooks,
Ooh,
it's straight up
next-
luxury food,
Next level, man.
Yeah,
Next level.
it's like when she sends it to you, it's like, oh my god, this is glass noodles. This, you pay like 35 ringgit for this at the restaurant, and I'm getting it for free.
That's how you think?
when she starts cooking Korean food, so when she starts cooking Korean food, I'm like, oh my god, this is like a 50 ringgit meal right here,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
It's like, what's your favorite dish to cook for your husband?
Usually, what So
Usually we
many.
eat sundubu jjigae.
순두부찌개. Soft
sundubu찌개.
tofu soup.
Sundubu jjigae.
Yeah.
Sundubu.
I don't know why the word sundubu sounds wrong.
Sounds
Soft
funny,
tofu.
right?
Oh, soft
Yeah,
tofu.
sundubu.
Soup.
Soft
Yeah,
tofu,
spicy.
Sundubu. It sounds so sexy. Okay, yeah, sundubu. Okay, that. What else do you cook for him?
Kimchi jjigae, kimchi soup.
Okay.
Yeah, like keranmari, like egg roll, which is egg roll, and then
Yeah.
what?
I think those are the two main things that we cook over and over again.
Oh wow.
Yeah, over and over
Don't
again.
cry.
Yeah.
And there's one. Okay, there's my favorite dish in Korea is actually this cold noodles. It's called.
Naengmyeon. Oh, that's my favorite. That's
yeah,
my favorite.
I cook for him a lot.
Oh, you
Yeah.
can cook that too.
Yeah, you can buy the instant one. It's
Yeah.
quite good also.
I was very surprised to how right naengmyeon, is it naengmyeon?
Naengmyeon. Mulnaengmyeon.
Mulnaengmyeon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember the first time I ordered it in Korea, and my friend and I didn't know what it was. Do you want naengmyeon? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. I was like, what is it? Oh, it's just some noodles, Korean noodles. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem.
Just noodles.
Yeah, and it came, and I saw ice in it. I was like,
That was my first thought.
I was like, dude, there's ice in this. Then he looked at me. Yeah, what's wrong? I
Yeah.
was like, aren't you supposed to eat your food hot?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you mean? He's like, you mean you guys? His next response was hilarious. Oh, you mean you guys don't have this in Malaysia? What do you think? It's like when we leave our Maggi mee out in the open, we put it in the microwave for 3 minutes.
No, like in Malaysia it's hot. Why you don't have cold food?
There's no such thing as cold food in Malaysia.
Cold food, man.
Yeah,
Cold
that's-
food is dessert, right? Like ice cream
Yeah,
or something.
it's like cold food is chendol, ice kacang,
Yeah.
ice cream.
I know.
Yeah, noodles, cold, don't go in Malaysia. And that's when I tried it for the first time. And he's like, oh, put this, put vinegar,
Yeah.
what was that again? Mustard.
Mustard.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I was like, and I told him like, no, I don't want this. And then I'm like, no, try it. And I ate it and I loved it.
Yeah.
Same.
It's so amazing.
It's just a shocker to see the ice.
Yeah, and then when I came back to Malaysia, I went to a restaurant, right? And I was like, do you have the cold noodles? He's like, yes. Yeah, that's usually what I order. I go there, I ordered the barbecue, a little bit of the barbecue, but
Yeah.
I ordered noodles and I
Yeah.
ordered bulgogi. That's it. That's my
you
Korean
know
meal.
how to eat.
Yeah.
You have to, eat
Combo.
together, combo.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. This is bringing out the Korean.
Like I
in me.
used to eat a lot of food separated, so it's like okay, rice is just rice, and
Yeah.
this is just
Yeah.
this. But then when I started eating Korean food with her, we're just like matching everything together, you know.
That's
And
Korean
like-
food.
Yeah, and actually one more thing I would like to ask, you know how Malaysians always say that we love spicy food and our spicy food is the best, but not until I ate Korean spicy food. That's ridiculous.
Man, it's not spicy.
Yeah. You obviously have eaten Malaysian spicy food.
Yeah.
Is it comparable to Korean spicy food?
It's cute.
It's
Sometimes like people comment my video like
Yeah.
you should try Malaysian spicy. It's very spicy. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Wow.
the tteokbokki that you like, what was it called?
Yopki tteokbokki.
Yopki
Oh my god, you should
tteokbokki,
try.
yeah.
Oh, really?
It's so spicy.
Yeah, it's
Even
like-
for me.
Oh,
It's like
really?
the spiciest tteokbokki ever or something.
Like one day I heard the sound. Beep.
That wasn't the one that you went to hospital, right?
What? You went to a hospital eating Korean?
That one was kimchi.
Oh, there's spicy kimchi as well? Oh, wow.
I went to ER that night because it was so nice, so I couldn't stop eating.
Oh, my goodness.
And then at night, I went to ER.
Oh,
My mom
that's-
took it.
Oh, yeah. Koreans, okay lah. I have to say Koreans' level of spicy is a bit ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I found out about it when I ate the whole Korean noodle, the spicy Korean noodle.
Oh, right, the one with the chicken on it?
Yeah, the one with
Yeah.
chicken in it. And that's the first time I ate something so spicy. And I'm like, what the heck is this? And then after that, when I ate, the Korean fried chicken drumlets or chicken wings and stuff like that, spicy
Yeah.
chicken wings in Korea
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Their
Burrito.
spicy. Yeah, their spicy food in Korea is ridiculously spicy.
Yeah.
And I remember it was cold and I was eating and there was smoke coming out my face because of the heat.
Yeah.
So that means Malaysian spicy food is nothing to you lah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well done. I have no more comments. Yeah, because every time when we have an American friend come over, oh, you should eat our spicy food, and they start like sweating when they eat our food,
Yeah.
right? And then we're like, then after that, I ate the Korean spicy noodles and stuff like that. I was like, that's it, man. That's gone. Yeah, but anyways, Kakak Korea and Maggie Boy, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you for having us here.
Yeah, and thank you so much for sharing your culture. And congratulations to the both of you for getting married. And I know that you haven't had your celebration yet, but when you do, I hope I get an invitation.
We'll be in Korea.
We'll be in Korea.
We'll invite you to Korea.
It's okay. I don't mind a free flight. I don't mind to go to Korea. I extend my stay. I could go for a holiday, a 10-day holiday in Korea.
Yeah, sounds good, right?
Yeah, Seoul, Jeju, Daegu. Where else? The places that you
Busan.
mentioned. Busan, yes.
전라도.
Honnado.
전라도.
Jeonlado.
Yeah.
I gotta Google all these.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, but thank you very much. And remember, if you guys want to stream us, you can do so on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts. You can do so on Google Podcasts as well. Before we go, would you like to say anything to our listeners?
Thank you for listening and thank you for having us. Yes. Thank you.
How do you say that in Korean?
감사합니다.
Okay, that's simple. Maggie boy, before we go, do you want to say anything to our listeners listening?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us here. If you haven't watched our channel yet, I usually do the call to action.
Yeah, do it. Yes.
So if you haven't watched our channel yet, and then you can just YouTube us at Kakak Korea. And if you haven't subscribed, then just subscribe away. We've got a lot more awesome content coming up. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Go check them out on their YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, guys. We'll speak to you guys next time.